and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. We are in imminent danger zone for cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency market is at its breaking point. There's a lot of serious things that is going on behind the scene, a lot of manipulation that is carrying on behind the scene. People are really starting to panic right now. I know we talked about people starting to panic a few days ago, a few months ago. People thought 2025 was bad. People are really starting to panic right now. Cryptocurrency market is tanking right before our very eyes. Things are moving around. Nobody is safe anymore. No portfolio is safe anymore. We are in dire times right now. Like the brother say, this is a sad state of affairs. Things are getting very serious. I mean, what we are witnessing right now in current time, this is inexplainable. Or is this what folks were expecting? Some folks expected this. I heard people talking about $70,000 Bitcoin. Well, guess what? We are very close to a $70,000 Bitcoin. Bitcoin is sitting at $81,000. Just a few days ago, we were testing $90,000. Just a few days ago before that, we were up testing 100,000. We're at $97,000. Very, very quick. Once again, close to February. Remember last year, February 1st was disastrous after seeing January accumulate and pump. What do we see this year? Kind of the same play. We saw a great spike beginning of January, almost hit $100,000. Now look at it, coming right back down to $81,000. Things are getting out of control real quick. People are really starting to panic. If people was nervous last week, imagine how nervous they are tonight. Those who exited the market, they're patting themselves on the back, saying, I'm glad I exited in December. Yeah, it was a loss, but I minimized my loss because I could have had deeper losses right now had I stuck around. Disaster is at our front door. Still have to make a decision. Will the market recover? Is this just part of the more manipulation that we have been seeing over the past few months? The new cryptocurrency, pro cryptocurrency administration, where y'all at? What y'all doing? I think we know where they're at. I think we know what they're doing. We're going to talk about that today in this emergency danger zone video because a lot of things need to get discussed. We're going to pull the covers back from the wolves that have been out there manipulating, destroying, and intentionally destroying the crypto market. They've been trying to destroy the crypto market for years. Even when they were on the other, let's go ahead and get them likes up. If this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me go ahead and get this out the way. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. Go ahead and get them likes up, and we're going to get into the state of cryptocurrency, the BS that we are seeing right here live in real time. You can click on the charts right now and witness this BS right now in real time. Let me go ahead and see who we got locked in and make sure y'all, you know how we do. 3 rules that I ask when you come into the house to Stock Holiday. Come on, take your shoes off when you walk into the door. Get comfortable. Find your seat on the couch. Sit on the floor, Indian style, cross your legs. But most importantly, you got to hit that like button. If you don't hit that like button, I might well go ahead and exit. I might well just go ahead and go upstairs and shut it down and take my drink upstairs and watch these charts continue to bleed. Hit the like button. Otherwise, man, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to get up out of here. Let me know what y'all want to do. We can rock and roll, or I could take my butt on upstairs. See what we got rocking with me tonight, man. See if my real one's up in here with me, man. Who my real one's at? Okay. HY is saying the bottom is in. higher low. See, some people feel that the bottom is in now. Levon Lawrence, what is going on with you, man? Shouts out to my man Levon Lawrence, always locked in with the Stock Holiday Show. Man, we are seeing some brutal flip coin. What's going on? Flip coin Z saying, man, it's a sad state of affairs. That's the sentiment of a lot of folks. A lot of folks are not really feeling what is happening right now. Peter Morton, what's going on with you, my man? Shouts out to Peter Morton, man. He said, yeah, I knew it and said it. Peter Morton called it. He knew we were going to take a dip before we continue to rise. So some people called it up, some people called it down. Craig Beach, what's going on with you, my brother? He said, what the F is happening? People open up their portfolio, look at the charts, and people say, what? Shocked, bamboozled, caught off guard, surprised. All of the adjectives to describe the emotions of the cryptocurrency investors. All of the adjectives to describe the feeling that we are experiencing right now. See who else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Lady Juman say, what up, coach? Always take profits, and also a couple of months more. The bear market, 74,000, 63,000 are the 2 points for now. So we already dipped into the 81,000 range. Now my man is saying 74K, 63K could be the next two lower targets. So if you think 81K is bad, imagine seeing a 63, 65,000 Bitcoin. Peter Morton say, man, just relax. We just need to visit 60K, 70K. The 52-week moving average. I'm talking about charts are being destroyed. He said, this is natural. I knew to go shopping and invest in my fly wardrobe. See? Hey, some people are expecting what we are experiencing right now. Some people are not shocked or surprised by what Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is doing right now. Others are upset. Others are ticked off, irritated, not just what's happening today, but what transpired in 2025. We're not going to forget what happened in 2025. Nobody called that. Nobody expected that. So we're not going to forget about that. See who else we got rocking with us tonight. He said, yeah, we know where they at. Them MFs at the new island doing ungodly things. Mar-a-Lago, something like that. Crypto Shark, what's going on with you, my man? Stop the Crypto Shark. Crypto Shark say, coach, I'm glad I sold 50% of my portfolio when Bitcoin was at $108,000. Very courageous thing to do. He sold when Bitcoin was not at the top, but he was kind of in the middle. He didn't time the top, but he did get out of there when Bitcoin was still in six figures. Excellent move. It took courage, and it takes courage to sell. I will hold the 50% dry powder for the true bear market. If not, I still have the other 50% already invested. Also moved by my man Crypto Shark. Who else? We got Paul B say, damn, what's going on? That's the shock. That's the surprise of the entire cryptocurrency market. That's even the surprise of folks who said that we're going to go down. Even the folks who said we're going to go down to $70,000, they're even shocked. They're even surprised. And we're going to talk about some of the reasons why we're so shocked. What type of danger zone are we in right now? What type of moves should we be preparing ourselves for? Do we prepare for a $70,000 Bitcoin? Do we prepare for a $53,000 Bitcoin? What do you think altcoins are going to do if Bitcoin get down to $60,000? What do you think your small cap, low cap altcoin is going to do? It is going to be a tough road to recovery. Philadelphia say bad Microsoft earnings, no rate cut, Japanese yen. Okay, talk about it. Bad Microsoft earnings, no rate cuts, Japanese yen weak. These are tearing through the market sentiment. Microsoft tanked down 12%. When have we ever seen Microsoft get smacked like that? That brought the tech market down. No rate cuts. I mean, people were looking and expecting for rate cuts. Combination of that, combination of a lot of other things happening, and there you have it. Let me go ahead and present to you a $81,000 Bitcoin. But are those really truly the reasons? Or are there bigger issues out there? Are there bigger fish that is causing what we are feeling and experiencing at this present moment? I'm not talking about this morning, not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about right now. Not now, but right now. At this moment, we are experiencing danger zones, fear. I'm talking about massive fear. Folks are not knowing what to expect tomorrow. You go to sleep one number, you wake up the next morning, it's another completely total number that will knock your socks off. So much uncertainty in the market. Even though those who called for a $70,000 Bitcoin, even there, are even shocked. Nobody expecting what is transpiring right now in the cryptocurrency market. Altcoins cannot get its feet up under it. Old man Ether cannot stay above $3,000 to save his life, let alone $4,000. Tough road to recovery. Cryptocurrency market 2026. What type of cycle are we experiencing? What have the cryptocurrency cycle turned into? What is the cycle now? What does the cryptocurrency cycle even mean now? I'm talking about the definition of cryptocurrency is getting rewritten right now as we speak. Why? Who do we vote in there? Who is the pro cryptocurrency administration that came in there and rewrote the entire playbook for cryptocurrency? Mm. Let's see who else we got rocking with us. Who else we got rocking with us? Peter Morton say also, I knew some, nothing was solved. They might shut down the government down again at the end of January. Well, the end of January is tomorrow. I think about an hour ago, I was watching the news. About an hour ago, I was watching the news, and they were saying that Department of Homeland Security was the issue to where the government may get shut down again. But I think they made a 2-week agreement to where the government will continue to stay open for at least 2 weeks. But then you got the uncertainty again in 2 more weeks. So these jokers are, I mean, they're all over the place. That is what's causing the volatility in the market, especially cryptocurrency, amongst other things. Cryptocurrency is getting it the worst because it is the smallest asset. It is the most newest asset. These other assets been around. They got a lot more stability. Cryptocurrency don't have any stability. That's why we were waiting on the Clarity Act. What have they been doing with the Clarity Act? Moving the date, changing the rhetoric inside the Clarity Act. One day Coinbase like it, the next day Coinbase don't like it. One day it's going to get approved, the next day, we're going to add something else to it. We're going to remove some market manipulation at its finest. So this is what we have to deal with. Will we have to deal with this for the next 2, 3, 4 years? Maybe so. It is what it is. This may be what we have to deal with over the next 3 or 4 years. The next Bitcoin halving is 2028. The next presidential election of 2028. How much patience do you have? Will you be one of the ones who stuck around last cycle when we saw Bitcoin go from $69,000, came all the way back down to $16,000? Imagine those of us who was in the market during that time. We had to watch Bitcoin go from $69,000 to $16,000. What do you think the market sentiment was back then? What do you think folks were saying about cryptocurrency back then? I could tell you exactly what they were saying because I was right there in the middle of it, right there watching the turmoil, watching the various danger zones like we are watching and witnessing right now. Top of Bitcoin, $126,000. We're only at $81,000. Only at $81,000. This could be a tough and painful 2026. The market's all over the place. Nobody don't know whether to go left, whether to go right. I mean, this is just going to be another learning lesson for us. The things that we have to go through in 2026 is going to have to be used to build us up, to strengthen us. Just like what we went through in 2025, we have to use that to build us up, to strengthen us. Some folks rightfully took profits. Shouts out to them. I know a couple of brothers say, Coach, I took out 50%. One brother said, Coach, I took out everything. Shouts out to them. Courageous. It takes a courageous person to exit and sit back on the sideline, wait for the market to dip. We are in tough times in cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about altcoins later in this segment. Everybody love altcoins. Everybody have great expectations for altcoins. Was that last night, 2 nights ago, when I was doing the coaching call with the brother? Oh, he was gung ho about altcoins. He said, Coach, you think this coin add 2 more zeros? I said, what? Add 2 zeros? No, he said, drop 2 more zeros. I said, what? Drop 2 more zeros? You talking about doing 100x? He was like, yeah. I'm like, man, how long you been in the market? He said, only about 8 months. I said, oh, I get it. So I had to break it down to him and give him the information that I had. And we looked at various coins and saw the performance, saw the trends, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, probably not going to do 100x. But there's so many people out there who is still drinking the Kool-Aid on these small cap altcoins, thinking that they can do 80x, 100x. It is going to be a tough 2026. You're talking about liquidations, markets getting liquidated, altcoins getting liquidated. Money is get siphoned and sucked right out of the market as we speak. Let's go ahead and see what else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. Philadelphia say could be a 10%, 12% drop in all markets. Well, today we saw silver and gold drop 10%. Man, we have never seen silver and gold make such drastic drops. Silver topped at $122 today, then dipped down to $97. I said, what? I mean, silver, gold was at $5,600, $5,600 for gold. It immediately dipped down to $5,100. Now, $5,000 price target market for gold. Price for gold is excellent, but it had got to $5,600. $5,600 gold price, then it dipped immediately to $5,100. Silver spiked all the way up to $122, then immediately dipped down to $97. 10% instant dip in silver and gold. We have never seen this before. Silver and gold is moving around like it's crypto. That's what we're used to seeing cryptocurrency do. Silver and gold did the same thing today. So I'm like, damn, what's really going on? I know a lot of cryptocurrency investors have shifted and moved over to silver and gold. Money typically rotate from silver and gold into cryptocurrency. Now we are seeing the opposite. This is part of the danger zone that we're in. Cryptocurrency is rotating into silver and gold. Cryptocurrency investors are trading silver and gold like it's crypto. That's why you see silver and gold spiking up like it's cryptocurrency, because the cryptocurrency investors are now in silver and gold. They're trading silver and gold like it's Ethereum. They trading silver and gold like it's Dogecoin. What is really going on? What type of danger zone are we really in? How serious is it? Or is this just normal business in cryptocurrency? We talked about last cycle when we dipped down 2021, we were at $69,000 top. The next year we dipped down to $16,000. That was tough. Those are tough dips. That is tough to have to go through. What do we do after dipping down to $16,000? Always good to look back on history, especially the previous cycles. Like I say, what is a cycle now? Always good to go back and look at the previous tops for Bitcoin and then take a look at how low Bitcoin dipped down to. What was the bottoms after those tops? 2021 topped at $69,000. Then 2022 bottomed out at $16,000. Those are tough dips. $125,000 to $81,000 is nothing. That's why folks are saying we might see $53,000. That's tough. But welcome to cryptocurrency. This is what you signed up for, not knowing what you signed up for. When you decided to download that cryptocurrency app, you decided to get some skin in the game. This is what you signed for, not knowing what you signed for. Cryptocurrency is very volatile, so emotional. I can imagine folks opening up their portfolio right now in disgust, messing up their Thursday night, messing up their weekend. Tomorrow's Friday. I got to go into the weekend knowing that I've taken L's, knowing that I've lost thousands and thousands of dollars. Working 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, your paycheck, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a week. You lost that in one night. That's tough. But welcome to cryptocurrency. So many people I'm hearing, seeing, all of us have taken L's. We've lost bundles. Earlier today, that's why, man, I've been hanging out in the DJing department. Earlier today, I was in another play. I saw that at the low point where I thought it was. I did a little history, checked some of the tokenomics. I said, man, let me get in right here. Put a little bit in. It started to dip a little more. Let me put a little bit more in. Boom. It finally caught a groove. It started to recover. I said, ooh, I think I got one. Boom. Let me load some more in. Man, I put about $1,200 in that joint. That thing ran up. Boom. Boom. I said, what? Take profits. Let me go ahead and take more than one way to skin a cat. Even during these danger zones and these tumultuous times, there is still areas and ways to make money in this market. If you can't beat them, join them. Find you some coins to where you can find them at the bottom. They run up, you make you some doggone bread. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us. Shouts out to Crypto Shark, man. I appreciate the super chat. It is always good to see people being kind, and I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you always supporting the Stock Holiday Show. Shouts out to my man Crypto Shark. That's how you do it. That's a classy act. You find something you like, somebody is going live, giving you their time, their energy, show a little bit of gratuity. $5 super chat is greatly appreciated. Shouts out to Crypto Shark for being a kind man, doing the right thing. See who else we got rocking and rolling with us. He said we could be choppy for 3 to 5 months in all equities as precious metals keep pumping. Man, people are saying, what's going on with precious metals? Should I be exiting right now and getting into precious metals? I know it's at an all-time high, but when it was $5,000, I was asking, should I be getting in right now? It hit $5,600 earlier today. Should I be getting in then? Should I be getting in silver? $122. It dipped back down to $97. That is when you buy in. You find these doggone things in a bull market, you catch them when they do a little bit of a dip like it did today. Let me get me a position now. You buy when it's high, it's gonna dip on you. You buy silver when it's $122. Then it go down to 97. You said, God dang it, just my luck. How come every time I buy it dip? But that is the state of cryptocurrency that we are having to deal with right now. Pure manipulation. We've been talking about For the past couple of years, I mean, we have been seeing the obvious. Things have just been obvious. See what else we got rocking and rolling with us tonight. 1702 say the Wyckoff spring bottom is in or near. Peter Morton said we're not moving up till the summer, late summer. Mark my word again. He said he called it once, he gonna call it again. Stop to the prophet, Peter Morton. Stanley, what's going on with you, my man? He said time to start DCAing. Period. I'm not gonna sit back and cry. I'm not gonna sit back and be complaining and whining. What I'm gonna do? These are the low points that we have been talking about. These are the low points that we have been waiting on. These are some of the target prices that we have been talking about when to start our DCA process. $81,000 Bitcoin. XRP got down to $160. Solana $110. These are DCA levels. These are price points to where you can start your DCA process. And if it continue to go up, good. If it goes down, boom, that's why it's called dollar cost average. Tough decisions, tough times that we are having to witness. We're in real time. We're going through this. Imagine folks who was in real time. Imagine those of us who were in real time in 2022. After we saw Bitcoin run up to $69,000 in 2021, we have to sit in real time in 2022 and watch it go to $30,000. That's like seeing Bitcoin go from 126 down to 58, or 126 down to 60. Get cut in half. Watching Bitcoin go from 69K to 35K. And it went lower than that. So that is what we had to experience in 2022 from 2021. We were sitting there in real time, watching our portfolios get destroyed. And then you know what happened years after that? Years after that, people look back on the year of 22 and said, damn, you mean you had an opportunity to buy at $16,000? You had an opportunity to buy Bitcoin at $17,000? Some folks are just sitting back waiting for Bitcoin to get to those nasty levels that we don't want to see, but some folks do want to see. We don't want to see a $53,000 Bitcoin, but some folks do want to see a $53,000 Bitcoin for the same reasons I talked about. Nobody wanted to see a $16,000 Bitcoin after it had hit $69,000, but a lot of folks were eager to see Bitcoin dip that low so they could take advantage of the new opportunities, the opportunities that opens up and make itself available to Bitcoin every cycle, whatever a cycle means these days. So these are some of the things that you really have to analyze, some of the things you really have to make a decision on. As the CEO of your own portfolio, you have to decide, where's my pivot point? Where's my target number? What numbers am I looking at? Did I really take a good look at what happened in 2020, 2021 to try to place what I think the expectations or the probabilities of the low points of Bitcoin in 2026 after we seen $126,000 top in 2025? Have I really thought about how low Bitcoin can go? That's called homework. That's called doing your due diligence. Don't just sit there and cry and say, why is Bitcoin going down to these numbers? Why is Bitcoin dipping? What type of research have you done? What type of homework did you do before you downloaded the cryptocurrency app? Before you downloaded the Coinbase app, what type of homework did you do? It is tough being a newbie. We have all had to go through it. Downloading the cryptocurrency app, doing zero homework. Heard about the cryptocurrency stories, people making multipliers, not doing any homework. Buying the market at the top, everybody's talking about it. Bitcoin's breaking new all-time highs, $100,000, $110,000, $119,000, $126,000. Let me get in right now. me buy Bitcoin at $125,000 right now because I think it's going to continue to go up. Everybody's talking about it. Then the next day, boom, and go down to 120. Let me buy some more. Next day, go down to 108. You know the story. You know how it goes. So they say tomorrow we could also have an announcement for the new Fed chair as Jerome Powell makes his way to exit 2026. There may be an announcement tomorrow. I don't think it's going to make a big difference who's there. I know whoever goes there, he's going to be a puppet for the leader of the free world. So maybe the first time ever that we have a president playing president and Fed chairman at the same time. That's what we got to deal with, folks. That is what we are having to deal with. So they'll probably come out tomorrow and talk about the agreement that they came up with to keep the government open. That'll be a good positive thing. That could have been a reason that the markets got squeezed out today. Also, a lot of uncertainty, thinking the government was going to get shut down. And the crazy part about it, a lot of these politicians already be knowing the play. They already be knowing the play. They be knowing what type of banter they're going to do. They know it's going to go up to the 12th hour. Then we're going to come with a decision. They already understand how the market's going to react. So when they see the market dip, they're already ready for it. Nancy Pelosi, all them guys, they already ready for it. They say, oh, okay. So everybody's going to think the government's going to shut down today. The market's going to get squeezed out. When I see it squeezed down, I'm not going to panic as a politician because I know what the play is. I'm going to buy. What are the retail investors going to do? They're going to panic. They're going to cry. They're going to probably start selling when they see the roof crashing in, selling low. Then they go back up tomorrow, go back up Monday. Tough times in our economy. I think the elephant in the room is let me see. Let me go ahead and before we get to the elephant in the room, let me see who else we got rocking and rolling with us. He say $80,000 has been a strong line of support. We've been choppy for four months. Yeah, we've seen 80K before recently, a couple of months ago. We've seen 80K. Was that October 10th when it dipped down to 80K? Yeah, but 80K has kind of been our awesome support level. If we dip below 80K and start playing with the 77, 76, bad business, boy. If we dip down that low, Katie by the door. Let's see how we looking right now. Let's see what is going on. Oh, okay. We're at 82. We're at 82, $342. Ethereum, $2,700. Solana back at 114. Silver back at 105 from $97. Gold back at $5,229. You just got to take a deep breath. I mean, this stuff will wear you out if you are not if you're not careful. This stuff will wear you out. Fear and greed index sitting at 28. The fear and greed index didn't really trip. The fear and greed index didn't really budge like you would have thought it would do. So at $80,000 is our support level. It bounced off that support and did a little springboard. Now we're at 82, but who knows what type of numbers that we'll wake up to. Such a volatile market. But we're gonna talk about some issues, man. He said, if you don't sell, it's cool. I just hope you love and happy and got a little patience and buy slowly DCA. You're right about that. He say XRP might visit $1.58 range. Might need to test that range again before a rise. Your thoughts? Yeah, that's shit. What did it hit today? Earlier today, I think it hit $1.60, $1.65. So that's the range. Craig B said, "What straight nasty work we seeing going on right now." He say, "Sell the bags in May. They come back in September. I've been in this since 2011. 2011? Hell no, you couldn't have been in here since 2011, bro. Maybe 2021, Peter Morton. You ain't been in here since 2011, bro. What was Bitcoin at in 2011? Bitcoin was, let me see what price of Bitcoin was in 2011. Dude. Shit, 2011 Bitcoin's probably 20 cent, bro. You ain't been around since two. I'm sure it's probably a typo. He meant 2021. Them folks that was around in 2011, they sitting on the beach somewhere. He said, "I hope Bitcoin goes to $30,000 and Ethereum goes to $1,000." Welcome to cryptocurrency. Is that still on the table? Yes, it is. You take a look at Bitcoin going from $69,000 and then going. Let me do the math. Let's do the math in real time. Where is the crypto calculator? 69,000, and we went down to 69. What did we go down to? 16? 16,000. So shit, that was let's see, what's the percentage on that? So if we got to 126, that means we would have to go down to 60. Yeah, you look about 35K, something like that. Damn. 16 slash 4. Damn, 4.3, 126. Well, that's like $31,000. Damn. So Bitcoin, $69,000 in 2021. 2022 went down to 16K. So that'd be like us going from $126,000 in 2025, going down to $30,000. Golly. Ooh. But that's why yesterday in the live we did, we talked about the altcoins. We talked about the altcoins that have already popped, that have already experienced their bull market. Typically, those jokers don't come back. If Bitcoin goes down that much, altcoins are pretty much toast. They go down very close to zero, getting eliminated. That's why the new coins that pop up are the ones who experience great pumps. So, ooh, $35,000 Bitcoin, that's be tough. Keep dry powder on the side. A lot of folks didn't have dry powder in 2022. And folks who did have dry powder in 2022 when Bitcoin hit $17,000, people were saying it was going to go lower than that. I vividly remember the big brothers in cryptocurrency because I was fairly a newbie then. I do remember folks saying, "No, don't get in yet. It's going to go down to 8,000." So a lot of folks missed the $15,000, $16,000 opportunity because a lot of the talking points, a lot of the talking heads were saying, "Nope, not yet. It's going to go down to 8,000. Those were the same talking heads that said Bitcoin was going to go to $100,000 in 2021. So you really have to do as much due diligence as you can. Like I always say, all you got to do is get it right once in cryptocurrency. Yeah, our bags got depleted very heavy, but you get it right once and your bag can be filled very heavily. Cryptocurrency produce great multipliers. That's why folks are sitting in cryptocurrency. Um, let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us today. He said, I'm so excited, ready to go on a shopping spree. Let's get these prices down. Daily Social 1494 say he ready for the sales. He's ready for the discounts. He want to see the price continue to go down. Bitcoin's still high. We're at $82,000. That's still a high level for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin was cut in half from $126,000, you're talking about $60,000 range. Bitcoin got cut in half from 70. That's 35. It wasn't lower than that. Half got cut in half. That's why we're talking about $35,000 Bitcoin after it hit $126,000. So discounts are still on the table if we dip down and get to the low 70s. We did get to $75,000 during Liberation Day 2025. Will we see those levels again? If we could hold $80,000, Bitcoin is the man. If Bitcoin could hold $80,000, Bitcoin is the truth. I'm talking about all of the poo-poo that have been poured and dumped on Bitcoin head, all of the manipulation that has been placed on crypto's table, all of the manipulation that has been poked in Bitcoin, man, if Bitcoin could hold $80,000, he is a bad, shut your mouth. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us. He said, appreciate your honesty, coach. You are a beast. Man, all I could do is talk about what I'm talking about. Appreciate your support, though. Craig B. Hey, if this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday, do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, run that thing up, man. Run them likes up. Y'all know how we do on a Stock Holiday show. Take your shoes off. Don't get my carpet dirty when you come up in the Stock Holiday house. Get comfortable, all the stuff. Run them likes up, though. Gary Gusler. Craig Beach, there you go. Another crazy liquidation day. What a F is Gary Gensler? Maybe it wasn't Gary Gensler all along. Y'all blaming all that stuff on Gary Gensler last cycle. Gary Gensler say, how you like me now? Gary Gensler say, boy, I bet y'all miss me now. Gotta have you a nice, good, refreshing drink. When the markets are tanking like this, when things are bleeding, your portfolio catching heartburn, gotta have something cold to wash it down. Boy, $81,000 Bitcoin, you better have you a cold drink to wash it down. Hard to swallow. The Shy One, I appreciate the super chat, my man. Shouts out to the Shy One. Appreciate you always showing support to the Stock Holiday channel, to the Stock Holiday show, all the stuff, man. Shouts out to the Shy One, man. It is always good to and when people show gratuity. So shouts out to the Shy One for that super chat, man. That means the world, brother. Appreciate that. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling with us. Trying to see if my man Tony Trump gonna come holler at us. Yeah, the dip keep dipping, man. Try to read everybody's comment. What do you say? About ZBet once that hit 0.0022, we on the way to the moon. He said, "Don't be fooled by Canton. It will fall to, I'm guessing, 8 cent." All these altcoins are in the same boat. We can either move up when everyone is calling for 150K. This is what we need to move up. Gonzalez say liquidation sensation, baby boys. People are excited about the liquidation. Craig B's hitting with the pause. Mayday, Mayday. We going down. Hey, we've been on this doggone Titanic ship. We've been rocking the Titanic for a little bit. He said, hope y'all brothers know how to DCA and to have a job you like and follow the ism. That got to be Peter Morton, Mr. Ism. Oh, Peter Morton, you must be sipping on that stuff, boy. There you go with the ism. Chill, bro. YouTube blocking your comments left and right. He said this is worse than being a Niner and Raiders fan. Man, I'd rather be a Niners fan than have to experience what Bitcoin doing. He says, cool, coach, we ain't going that low. Man, where these marks. Roland Curtis, what is going on, my man? He said, what up, coach? I'm sorry about you guys who are still holding on. Much of your coins, I would say that are solid, that I sold at a good time, but even I sold late. Now would be too late, but better late than never. Roland Curtis did his thing. He exited last year. Outstanding decision. As a CEO of his own portfolio, he did his thing. The people inside his organization will thank him as making a boss move as the CEO. So shouts out to my man Roland Curtis. He did his he did his big one too. He said Ben Cowan said that alts are going to zero, and others are saying that alt season is at least definitely canceled or a thing of the past. Flipcoin Z say Trump ain't taking no L. He rugged the market like the Grinch, even taking that dang. Trump definitely rugged the market. Everybody is in agreement. People should wait before deciding to jump into anything unless DCA. He said, I wouldn't be surprised if crypto markets return to normal after Trump's leave the office, and only after Trump leaves office. Hopefully the Trump damage, hopefully the Trump damage is repairable. All it's going to take is for the market to bounce back, for the coins to start doing well. That'll bring the confidence back. But there's been so much damage that has been caused by what we have seen over the past year and a half that people confidence in the cryptocurrency market is just shattered. I mean, we saw Bitcoin go from $69,000 in 2021 to 22 to 16,000 in 2022, and it didn't feel nothing like this. That's tough. It's going to be interesting to see how these next years play out. Like I said, this is not a overnight thing that I'm expecting. I'm still going to be in the market. If it go to 30, 35K, if it go to 200K, I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna be at the bottom. I'm gonna be at the top. I'm gonna be moving and grooving, buying low, selling high here and there, taking profits here, taking profits there. I'm gonna be around. See what else up in this G thing. Peter Morgan said Trump can do what he wants. Be prepared for anything. You can only control yourself, brother. Hey, we're all 1 or 2 tweets away from $100,000, and we're 1 or 2 tweets away from $50,000. Plenty of buying opportunities, my man, Mr. Allen said. Relax, chill out. Take a look at the buying opportunities that are there. If the market decides to automatically shoot up, you're going to be kicking yourself for not buying XRP at $1.70, for not buying Solana at $110. Opportunities for one person, disaster for the other. He said, that's why I went shopping and worked harder in the gym. Shouts out to Johnny. He said, what's going on, y'all, all the way from Australia? We got the Australia fellas in the house tonight. Shouts out to the Australia folks. My man say, just keep buying and holding. Relax. Stop getting so emotional. You already know what to expect when you're in cryptocurrency. Just keep buying and holding. Chill the F out. Roland Curtis said Bitcoin is down to $81,000, and other YouTubers said that we would never go under 100K again. Wow. Ooh, who said that? How can you say we would never go under 100K, knowing that how the quote unquote Bitcoin cycles go? When you hit the top, we went from 69K to 16K. So $100,000 ain't nothing to retrace back. Hey, it is what it is. I know one thing. I see a lot of YouTube folks I used to watch. They don't even make videos no more. They was calling stuff, putting big numbers out there. Bitcoin is gonna do this, gonna do that. I mean, it is what it is. You know, everybody is just speculating, but maybe they read the comments and they get a little emotional, getting their feelings when people talk bad about them or chew them out for making a video saying Cardano's gonna go to $20 and you know all this kind of stuff. So saying Jasmy coin gonna go to $10, and so hey, it is what it is, man. You gotta have thick skin dealing with this doggone YouTube. You gotta have thick skin, even if you in cryptocurrency. If you're in cryptocurrency, you cut from a different cloth. So if you're afraid to come back and do a YouTube video because you're scared what the comments gonna say, man, F them folks. F them folks. For real, they did say that. Even okay, even Gonzalez Carlito said they did. Antoine, what's going on with you, mom? Shouts out to Antoine. What's going on with you, man, on this Thursday night? Portfolios tanking, Bitcoin slipping, but that's just today. Tomorrow could be a whole different narrative. Tomorrow, people could be talking about, oh, the market is up because XYZ. People will always have a reason or something to explain why the market is up or why the market is down. Oh, the market is down because the Feds didn't increase interest rates. The market is down because potential for the government to get shut down. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I ain't buying it. And Antoine said a new coin called Spectral just got listed. Just got listed where? He said once 80K goes, Craig Beast, how you get your message deleted, man? He said we seeing $60,000, fellas. 56 absolute bottom. Go heavy. Peter Morton said he calling it. He said he called it before. He gonna call it again. $60,000 Bitcoin. If you see 56, you better put the house up in there. Shouts out to Peter Morton. That's what he calling. That's what he calling. Craig Beach say, I feel you on that 60K, but I think it's more like 74K. If you see 74K, which was the bottom in 2025, that right there could be the true support level to where you better get in right there before we start to springboard off of that 74K, like we did in 2025. In 2025, we springboard from 74K right all the way up to $126,000. Excuse me. Yeah, wow. HTTR all day. What's going on with you, brother? He said, "What's good? Stock just entered this chat. I got paid today and bought another $1,200 worth of crypto. Buy, stake, and wait for that championship moment to sell." Shouts out to HTTR all day. You have to have a strategy. You have to have a plan. You got to know what it is that you're doing. You got to have a game plan at the end of that rainbow. You can't just be shooting wild and not knowing what you're doing, not knowing what you're doing, what it is that you're doing. He got a plan. He said, "I'm getting ready to do this, and that because I'm expecting this, and that." That's called a game plan. That's called a strategy. Man, this thing will shred you and rip you apart if you ain't got no strategy. You just buying in the blind. You don't have no selling points. You don't know what you expecting to sell this coin at. You just buying. Got to be careful because this is the wild, wild west. And we are in current danger zones right now, breaking points right now. What you're doing right now could break you to the upside, could break you to the downside. This is a breaking point. Very crucial movements are being processed right now. The young man, HTTR day, made a crucial move today. Another person probably made another crucial move to the other side. Some people are buying right now. Some people are selling right now. These are all crucial moves. These are all breaking points. Digital money, what's going on, man? He said, "What we doing, coach?" They say volatility makes opportunity. Yes, sir. That's exactly what the situation is that we're in. Opportunities in cryptocurrency, volatility in cryptocurrency are synonymous with each other. We saw the volatility in 2022, aka opportunities of 2022. Same thing, make you cry can make you laugh. Same thing, make you laugh can make you cry. We was laughing when Bitcoin got to $69,000. We were celebrating. Boom, then it hit down to $19,000. Boo and crying. Bitcoin went back to 126K. We celebrating. Same thing, make you laugh and make you cry, boy. See who else we got rocking with us. 3431. He said, "Coach, the bad actors trying to trigger everybody, stop loss, and shake people out." You ain't lying about that, man. A lot of these spikes that we have been seeing, these spikes that come out of nowhere, these are just to trigger people stop losses. It's just to liquidate shorts, liquidate longs, all that kind of stuff. So this is part of the manipulation. We have been seeing this occur way too often. That's one of the things that we have been noticing that has been quite different. I mean, money has just been sucked out. People have been taking huge L's like never before. Tough. It is tough that what we're going through. He said it's funny though, Bitcoin ain't went low enough to trigger MicroStrategy sell threshold. Manipulation at its best. I forgot all about MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor. I'm talking about dudes buying up Bitcoin left and right. But even with him buying up all that Bitcoin, I think I don't know what is his average cost. I don't know, but in either case, we talking about billionaire companies, $1 billion worth of assets. These guys could sit around and wait because they know when things recover, they're going to be ones that make out. The supply shock with Bitcoin, we talked about there only being 18, 19, 21 million Bitcoins. The part that's been perplexing me, 18, 19,000 Bitcoins will only ever be, million Bitcoins. I don't know. It's just really perplexing to see how come the supply shock and the supply of Bitcoin is not is not getting smaller and smaller, or is not being affected as far as low supply, high demand. You would think after Bitcoin got bought up so much from the large institutions, the Michael Saylors and all that stuff, you would think the scarcity of Bitcoin would really drive the price up. But that comes all the way back around to the manipulation side of things just not making sense. So that's just what it is that we have to deal with in this current moment. Danger zones, uncertainty. Tweet's going to come out tomorrow, not knowing what tweet's going to come out next week, not knowing what deal is going to be forced. Excuse me. I mean, it's all over the place. So if you get a chance to take profits, be sure to take profits. When the market recover, if you're buying dips today, when the markets recover, take you some skin out the game, take your profits. We saw January start off at 86, 87,000. We saw it run up to 97K, got rejected before while it was testing 100K, came all the way back down. Look where we at, 81,000. Tough, but understand, buy low, sell high. Where we at right now? Are we high or low? Is it a lot of fear and uncertainty in the market now? Those are always the best time to buy. When people get a little bit comfortable, they start to get a little bit positive, take your money off the top. Buy low, sell high. Low profits here, low profits there is better than losses here and losses there. It's a whole different cycle, a whole different market that we in right now. Maybe we got to make 2-3 more years before things get back to quote unquote normal, whatever quote unquote normal is for cryptocurrency. So tough times that we in right now, but that's why we here, because we got tough skin, man. He said, Roland Curtis, you're right. Wait and see that we will be saying we won't go under 50K. Meridian Heights, what's going on with you, my brother? He said, I wish I had some dry powder right now. Man, you can scroll through your portfolio, you can see altcoins are down. These are best times to have dry powder. These are best times to beat dollar cost averaging. Like the brother say, I got paid today. I took $1,200 and just started to dollar cost averaging to some of the coins that I believe in. These coins are beat down, but I still believe in them. That's why I'm dollar cost averaging them, because I done my research. These are the coins that I'm rocking with. Taking that $1,200, I ain't gonna spend it all at one time. I'll put a little bit over here, put a little bit in this coin, a little bit in that coin, and then I'm gonna watch it. If it dip a little bit more, I'm gonna hit it again with a little bit of this dry powder. You have to know how to hit these coins and when to hit these coins and slap them in the face with that dry powder. We are in danger zones right now. One person's anxieties is another person's opportunities. Some folks are panicking and freaking out. Some folks are happy and taking advantage of the opportunities. Like my man Meridian Heights say, I wish I had some dry powder right now. Can't be afraid to run into the building when it's on fire. That's the best time to take advantage and get the discounts and get the values. HTTR all day. Comment of the day said, I bet Donald Trump is laughing right now. That's funny. He said, I bet Trump laughing at us right now. He probably said, I can't believe these fools voted me in there. They knew I didn't like Bitcoin. Hell, I couldn't even pronounce Ethereum when I was sitting up there talking at the Bitcoin conference, and they still voted me in just because I said I was going to fire Gary Gensler. What? These guys are fools. They didn't know I was going to come in and start my own meme coin and rug them, and it worked. I can't believe it. I'm laughing all the way to the bank. $2 more billion for my family. $2 more billion to add to the Trump generational wealth bag. Tough. Ricky Romero, what's going on, brother? He said, I'm just waiting for the dead cat bounce, coach. And we out. Be real. Cycle is basically over. Hey, I feel you, brother. He said, Coach sipping on some 175 proof wine. The truth trill. What's going on with you, brother? Welcome to the Thursday Night Live show. Antoine said, I'm ready for Z-Bet to get back to 0.0008. The truth trill say bear market time. I ain't buying Bitcoin till September. It'll go back up January 2027, just like 2023 January. IL3 Val K say stop. What's up, man? What's going on with you, boy? Good to see you hanging out with us on this Thursday night. If this is your first time rocking with your boy Stock Holiday, do me a big favor, man. Do me the big thing. Hit the like button. Do me the big favor. Hit the subscribe button. He say stable coins and Bitcoin all 2026. Levon Lawrence said, I've only been in crypto for 2 years. So when I see red in the market, I look at it as an opportunity to stack my bags and catch up to y'all crypto OGs. Where you are winning because we've been buying, you've been buying the dips, you've been getting some of the low levels, so you're doing good. 5-letter man say, what's happening? What is good with you, brother? Welcome to the Thursday Night Live show. Get comfortable. Find you a seat, hit that like button. He say, stock, to be honest, if anybody been in the market for at least the last couple of years, we should be immune to these major dips. They don't bother me anymore, man. If you was in the market the entire 2025, you should be numb. You should be immune to the volatility. I mean, it shouldn't freak you out no more. It shouldn't catch you off guard no more. You shouldn't be so emotional anymore. Yeah, you might get a little irritated. You might have an attitude. You might snap at your spouse. You might snap at your kid. But we should be used to it, man. We went through so much in 2025. This is nothing. Craig Beach say the only way this can get worse is if ICE makes me for a runaway, mistakes me for a runaway Haitian. Craig Beach, boy, you are a fool. I got to get one of them buttons. Craig Beach, that was funny, boy. He said, Spectral just listed on your crypto exchange. Okay, which crypto exchange? Did it get listed on Coinbase? Did it get listed on Binance? Or did it get listed on all? Craig Beach said, I think that's the comment I deleted. Man, that boy be out me rolling. $2 million market cap. What, Spectral $2 million market cap? He said, I'll say that Bitcoin going to at least go down to the top of last market. I think 69K was, or whatever that price was. Could be. Could go lower than that, man. But like I said, Bitcoin could hold 80,000. Bitcoin is a dog. If it could hold 80K after getting beat up and abused and taken advantage of like it has been, if it could hold K as the floor, as the support level, we're in good shape. We are in good shape. We just got to sit back and watch. We don't know how things are going to move. We thought 87,000 was nasty. Then today we see 81. Today we think 81 is nasty. Tomorrow we could see 75. That's cryptocurrency. Michael Saylor buys the highs. Oh, he said it's on Coinbase, huh? He say USOR, it's an oil coin, went up 8x. I missed that, 15K off 2,367 I put in. I'm still holding. It's on Coinbase app now as of yesterday. Well, there's been a lot of coins listed on Coinbase. Like that Ling Ling coin we got in. That thing ran up, almost hit $1 million market cap. It got rejected, went all the way back down to, I think right now it's $450,000 market cap. I'm loaded in that coin. I sold high, it dipped down. I got back in. I'm gonna wait till it run up again, rinse and repeat. But I've been seeing a lot of coins um, get listed on that Coinbase app like that. Peter4237 said YouTube must really want me to watch your channel. It sent me back to you. Shouts out to YouTube, man. Shouts out to Peter4237 for coming right back to the stock holiday family. The Truth Trill say, but I'm up on silver. I got in at $67, $5,000 in. I'm buying more silver and gold, no more crypto for real, for real. Hey, a lot of the cryptocurrency community have shifted over to silver and gold. That's why silver and gold is looking and acting like it's cryptocurrency. Silver and gold running up like it's a damn crypto, like it's altcoin season. I'm looking at silver and gold. I'm like, man, it's looking like altcoin season over there. That's because a lot of the cryptocurrency investors have moved over to silver and gold. Now silver and gold is moving like crypto. I'm like, what? Interesting movements that we're seeing over there in the precious metals like we have never seen before. Please keep your ear to the market. Pay attention to what is happening. He said, okay, Eric Trump is having a big meeting on February 20th. Ripple will be there, and he personally said the companies that they're working with will be changing and organizing the future of crypto. Whew, Trump and his boys. But like you say, midterm elections coming up. If they don't have crypto right, he better not do no more scams. He better not create no more coins. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going to need to be at decent levels. Otherwise, his party's going to take a hit from the cryptocurrency community. HTTR all day say, who's ready to pay them taxes from crypto this year? Paying taxes, ain't nobody made no money. Ain't nobody made no capital gains in cryptocurrency. Ain't nobody made no money in crypto. If anything, you're gonna take them losses and apply it. He said, I'm not looking forward to that, but I will be paying to keep them FBI boys away from my door. That's important. Don't play with them alphabet boys. Antoine said, yeah, coach, when you get a chance, check out the new coin Spectral. I'm gonna check that coin out for sure, brother. Shouts out to Peter 0237. He said, epic. I just bought one whole Solana. He probably got a deal. He probably got Solana at $111. That's an outstanding deal, man. I'm telling you. On everything. You catch Solana 110, 111, $112. That's a steal. Outstanding job to my man, Peter 427. Trader Truth say he funny. He say silver and gold moving like crypto. Man, silver and gold is moving like it's like they altcoins. That's how we expect Sui to be running. Shit, man. Crypto looking like we thought silver and gold would be looking. Ricky Romero said, I'm stacking Circle Internet Group stock. Yeah, I had got into Circle when it dipped. I think that's going to be a awesome long-term type play. I think that's going to be a great play. Solana going to rip in due time. I think Solana is going to be a heck of a play. We see Solana before dip down real low, then it bounced back, came back strong. So I don't think Solana's going nowhere. Solana is one of the altcoins that had the ETF approval. So I think that's a good thing. But one of the most interesting things that I don't think a lot of people are talking about is cryptocurrency being a store of value, cryptocurrency being used as digital assets to make various financial transactions throughout the world, cryptocurrency replacing the banks. If you've been around for several years, you remember all the talk about cryptocurrency replacing the banks, about the banks really being obsolete in the future, with Bitcoin can be used as the world currency. The dollar will no longer be the king. Bitcoin will be the king, will be used by the world, not just by one country, but by the world, because it is a neutral currency, a neutral asset, not controlled by Russia, not controlled by China, not controlled by the United States. Then there was talk about XRP replacing the banks, cryptocurrencies replacing the banks, the speed of cryptocurrency transactions being fast, the cost of the cryptocurrency digital asset transactions being so minimal. Then there's the issues with the banks versus crypto, issues with cryptocurrency versus the banks. Everybody was saying, oh, the banks are going to lose. You have to realize that cryptocurrency is brand new. Cryptocurrency is kind of like the freshmen, and the banks are in grad school. The banks have already graduated with their doctorate degrees. Cryptocurrency is a freshman in high school. It was sounding good. Cryptocurrency might take over, the banks might lose, but the banks have relationships. The banks been around for years. The banks have connections with these politicians. The banks have connections with these billionaires. Do you think these billionaires are going to risk their relationships, turn their backs on the bank, and start supporting cryptocurrency? But that was the narrative that they were selling us. That was some of the fool's gold that they were selling us. Sounded good, but that's not happen like that overnight. The banks will still continue to be king. If crypto want to get down, you gotta play with the big dogs. The banks are the big dogs. You think Donald Trump gonna turn his back on the banks and move towards cryptocurrency, move towards Bitcoin? You think JP Morgan and all these other guys are going to leave the banking industry and start moving towards cryptocurrency? Banks have been around for years. Bank has relationships that are unpenetratable. Pause. Cryptocurrency is brand new, so you really have to take a look at that and be like, look, let cryptocurrency just continue to develop. Let it continue to strengthen. As we've seen over the past couple of years, Bitcoin is king. A lot of us got twisted and fooled thinking that altcoins were going to continue to be the way. Yeah, a couple of altcoins you might be able to get in and do great multipliers, but once these coins have their run, once they have their bull market, on to the next. What's the new altcoin? What new altcoin will be having its bull market, will be going parabolic? Because the ones that already went parabolic, I think they're over. What a new coin at? What type of research we doing? And one brother said Spectrum. Coach, take a look at Spectrum. I'm looking at these new coins that have yet to experience the bull market, that have yet to experience an altcoin season. Times have changed. Let's see who else we got rocking and rolling. But don't get it twisted when they talk about the banks versus cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency cannot compete with the banks. He said the banks have been in crypto for at least 10 years now. It's not about Bitcoin, it's about the blockchain technology. Yeah, but the banks ain't going nowhere. Remember when cryptocurrency, I remember when I first got into cryptocurrency, my bank wouldn't even let me do a cryptocurrency transaction, because they were so against cryptocurrency because they knew cryptocurrency was going to be a competition for them. And also during that time, it was a lot of scams in cryptocurrency. So they was just saying no, they was against cryptocurrency altogether. So just tough to see, interesting to see how far we have come. Society What's going on, brother? He said he made more on crypto than in fiat in well over the last 2 decades. I think he has a vendetta against the banks. 126 XRP clips today on live TV. $126 XRP glitch. Wow. Maybe that could be telling us something, but just tough to see the market do what it's doing in real time. But at the same time, you can't be surprised because the talks have been out there about the market going down to um, 70K, could go down 60K. But you also have to think about when I hear those talks, yeah, that's possible. But at the same time, I always go back to when Bitcoin was at 17,000, $16,000, and people were saying, nope, don't buy it yet. It's gonna go down to $8,000. So yeah, it's $80,000 right now, but it's back now to $83,000. So when Bitcoin got to $81,000 a few hours ago, people was panicking. No, I'm not gonna buy right now. I'm not gonna dollar cost average in right now. It's gonna go lower. It's gonna go to 63,000. It's gonna hit the 70s. That's why it's called dollar cost average in. You buy the dips, and if the dip, you gotta have some more dry powder and hit that dip again. See what Craig B's talking about. He said 126 XRP as soon as I become king of Wakanda. Man, but $83,000 recovery is not bad, but that's just right now. Ethereum, everything's starting to bounce back. We'll see. We'll see what tomorrow, and even gold. I'm looking at a double bottom gold, 5,600, and then it dipped down to $5,100. Then it cranked back up to $5,400. Then it dipped right back down to $5,100. So that's a double bottom if you have never seen one. So could be interesting. The folks who have left cryptocurrency and shifted over to silver and gold, shouts out to them. Those will be the ones with a great story to tell, especially if Bitcoin get caught in a positive algorithm, start to explode. If cryptocurrency starts to recover and silver and gold starts to trade sideways, that's tough. People are getting into silver and gold, buying the tops, buying the high. People are leaving, exiting cryptocurrency, selling the low, selling the bottoms, buying high, selling low. You have to be careful of how you move it. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. They're going to come out and announce the 2-week extension for the government's budget agreements. I think they have shook hands on the Department of Homeland Security numbers, signed off on it. That'll give us another 2 weeks to get things situated with the government. Tech stocks will probably stabilize tomorrow. Microsoft, people are buying up that dip today on Microsoft, though, down 12%. You got to eat that up. Those are some of the dips that we wait on. Gold and silver dipped 10% today. Those were great buying opportunities. Bitcoin dipped about $6,000 today. Great buying opportunities. So interesting day. Once again, towards the end of January, here we are, 1 month down, January 29th. Tomorrow, January 30th, the last day of the month, work week wise. Friday, January 30th. Going to see how the markets respond after the dips that we've seen today. We've seen dips in all the markets today. Stock market, S&P 500, silver and gold dip, the Bitcoin dip, cryptocurrency. We'll see what tomorrow has in store for us. Jasmine Crockett needs to stop playing. What? But I see her working. Craig Beach, you Craig Beach talking like he from Australia. What was dude that was cutting up a few weeks ago? You know, Jasmine Crockett might be on this live, man. Let me tag Jasmine Crockett. Senator Jasmine Crockett say Craig Beach over here cutting up. You see what he said about you? Yeah, but we're gonna see what tomorrow has in store for us, man. Today was just one of those days, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with us on this Thursday night live show. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday. And I'm out.